Quick disclaimer, this test is a general damage simulation and is simply to provide a set of values through a variety of controlled scenarios. These allow you to compare the expected performance of each item in different situations. So I know a lot of people are excited about the idea of Autocannon 8 being released, and at this point it's probably more of a novelty thing because it's been teased for the past, 2 years. But today I decided to simulate the general damage you could expect from an Autocannon 8 versus that of carbines and pulse cannons, which already have 8 energy variants. So the results don't look good for Autocannon, honestly. There are very little pros to this weapon compared to other ones. Carbine's got the burst damage. It's obviously doing better than any of the others. But even Pulse Cannon is expected to do better than, say, Autocannon would. Although, at greater distances, Pulse Cannon does lose a lot of its accuracy. So that will have something going for it in terms of Autocannon. I'm going to assume that the damage falloff for Carbine and Autocannon are, if not the same, very similar. And under that assumption, I know that Carbine has longer range than Autocannon will. So it is very safe to assume that if you're looking for 8 energy assault weapons, Autocannon 8 is not it. It'll be nice to have, and it would certainly be, great if you got it for free or something, and again, just upgrade it as a novelty thing. I know that that's what I'm going to be doing, if they ever release it, but in all honesty, if it's something you'd have to spend even, a couple dollars for, I wouldn't bother. You're better off using, carbines. The worst part about assault weapons in general, the worst part is the immediate damage output. The damage that they deal is drawn out over a long period of time, which means that you want the heaviest variant that you can possibly get. You want the heaviest weapon possible, in order to get the most damage per shot so that, you know, it's not taking you a full, you know, 5-10 seconds to take out somebody when, you know, other weapons would do it in 2 or 3. And you don't want to be in that situation. So obviously you want heavy weapons for your assaults, particularly. 8 energy is considered a medium weapon, I believe. Yeah, it's not ideal. There's really nothing about it that is ideal in really any way, which is honestly very disappointing. Unless they give this thing like a 25% damage buff like they did with like Shotgun 8 and Long Arm 12, which both of those were 3rd variant additions to existing weapons that, you know, hadn't had a 3rd variant for quite a while. So it's not at all unlikely that they will give it a 25% damage buff, and it would definitely need it, but I still think even under those circumstances, you'd probably be outperformed by Carbine. Carbine simply has better implants as well. The legendary reload for Carbine is honestly a game changer. Carbine's not great. None of the assault weapons really are, but if you can get the legendary reload implant for Carbine, you will actually be in a fairly decent spot if and when you use them. I would say, as I have been saying for quite a while, assault weapons do not work in the current meta. They disperse their damage way too slowly. It's like stasis beam. It's not at all ideal, and I don't recommend it to anyone. Yeah. I don't have any relevant gameplay footage of this, obviously, because it's Autocannon 4s, and you can't really